Everyone. I am going to go through some exercises and stretches today that can help relieve knee pain. I know a lot of us have pain in our knees, so that could be due to a variety of issues. Um, Sometimes the knee pain doesn't really go away, but there's some exercises and stretches that we could do that could help alleviate some of the pain. So, whether the pain is caused by arthritis or tendonitis, or maybe some weight gain, or like a sprain in your knee, or even overuse of your knee. Um, we can do some exercises. A lot of it has to do with stretching, so I'm going to go through a lot of them. Some of them we will do standing up, and some of them you can do lying down on the floor. So I brought out a yoga mat. You don't have to use them, or if you don't feel comfortable lying down on the floor to do exercises, you can just focus on the ones that you can do standing, or even sitting in a chair. We might do some of those too. Um, so the first one that I want to show you, this is like a heel and calf stretch. So believe it or not, if your calves are tight, that can affect how your knees feel. So it's really important to stretch out really all the muscles in your lower body to alleviate some knee tightness and knee pain. So I'm not going to use a wall, but you should be using a wall, but I don't have one near me in view. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pretend that there's a wall in front of me. So if there was, I was gonna have my hands against the wall, take one step back with one foot, and then lean forward. So one foot is bent, the foot that you stepped back with is straight, and you're leaning forward a little bit. As you lean forward, you're really gonna feel a stretch back here in your calf and in your hamstring. So I want you to hold that stretch for a little bit, maybe like 5 to 10 seconds, longer if you can. And of course, do the same with the other leg. So you're really going to want to take a good step back. Make sure you're pushing up against that wall or pillar or whatever you have at home for some balance and stability. And make sure that your heel is touching the ground. You don't want your heel up like this. You want it touching the ground. That'll really deepen the stretch in your calf. So you can do that really, you can do that every day or a couple times a week. So another one that's good to do is to stretch out our quadriceps. So our quadriceps are the muscle here, your upper thigh, and that's going to be a stretch that we will do standing also. I would recommend holding the wall if you can for balance, or the back of a chair, just because you're going to be on one foot. So I'm going to hold this right here. So if you can, bring your foot back, your heel up, and hold this position if you can. And you want to hold that for a couple seconds as well. You'll really feel it here, and make sure to do your other leg also. So if this movement is doable for you, this is another good one. It might take a little practice getting that leg all the way back, but you can always hold something for stability. Another one that we can do is a hamstring stretch, which if some of you attend to the virtual exercise classes, we do those there a lot. You can do them seated, which I'll demonstrate actually here. So one leg is coming out, one leg is bent. You'll put your heel on the ground and flex your foot towards yourself. Lean into that stretch. You can keep your hands in your lap, but you don't want to put like a lot of pressure. Just sort of to stabilize yourself. That's the only thing you're doing here. And as you flex your foot towards you, you'll feel the stretch here in your hamstring and your calf too a little bit. Make sure you get both sides. You can also do this standing up, this stretch. So standing up would look like this. Okay, and make sure you get both sides. Another way that you can do the hamstring stretch is lying down on a mat. So I'll demonstrate that. Let me just, okay. So you're gonna have one foot flat, and then the other foot is coming up. Make sure your foot is flexed. Let me fix my camera. Make sure your foot is flexed, so straight, and then you can use your hand to help you bring it closer to your body. And straighten your leg as much as you can. And you might feel some tightness here, but the more you do it, the easier it should be. So one leg is lying on the floor and one leg is straight up. Make sure your foot is flexed. You don't want your toe pointed because you really want to get that stretch right here. So that's the hamstring stretch lying down. So those are some stretching exercises. Another way to alleviate knee pain would be strengthening exercises. So two things, right? Stretching and strengthening. So for strengthening, squats, half squats even. This one's going to focus on like a half squat. We're only going to squat down about like 10 inches. So you're still going to use that proper form. If you can't do a freestanding squat, maybe just like a sit to stand motion, start in a chair and come up. And you want to do that maybe like 10 times if you can. So I'll demonstrate a little half squat now. So half squat is going to be, you can put your arms out in front of you if that helps you, but you're going to do a little mini squat. You don't have to go all the way down, but you could do this and you can hold it for a little bit, or you can just keep going. Maybe try to do 10 if you can. So only about 10 inches. It doesn't have to be a very deep squat, but that's going to help strengthen your knees and your legs, and then in turn alleviate a little pain. Another really good one to do is calf raises. I recommend doing those standing. You can do them in your chair. It's just going to be a little bit more effective if you're standing, because it's going to make that calf muscle work a little bit harder. So what I like to do is I like to put my hands on my waist or hold them out if that's easier for you. You can also hold something for balance if you need, but you're just going to be coming up on your toes and you're going to repeat this motion maybe like 10 times. Also, come up as high as you can. That's another really good one. The hamstring curl is another good exercise we can do. We'll do the hamstring curl and then we'll do the leg extension. So the hamstring curl you're doing standing up. You might want to hold something for balance as well. But it's curling. And I would do about 10 to 12 repetitions. And make sure you do the other side. So that's a good one. Another one that you can do seated would be the leg extension. Same thing, maybe about 10 to 12. Straight out in front of you. And whatever you do on one side, make sure you do on the other side as well. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so another one for lying down on a mat is going to be straight leg raises. This is another one. So you're going to lie down flat on a yoga mat, or if you have like a nice carpet or even like a towel that you fold over. We're going to do maybe like 2 or 3 sets of 10 on each side. But you're lying down. One leg is bent.
and one leg is straight out. And then your arms are going to be at your side, and keep your foot flexed again, and do these single leg raises. So again, you're going to do 10 on each side. I'm not going to do the whole 10, but 10 on each side, and then maybe like 2 to 3 reps. And that's a really nice one to do for leg strengthening and knee strengthening. Another one you can do lying down is side leg raises. You can also do that standing up. But since I'm here on the mat, I'll demonstrate that. So you're lying here. You can have your bottom leg bent, or you can straighten it out, but you're raising your leg if you can. If it's difficult for you to get down on a mat, then you can do that standing. And again, you can hold something if you want. And we're doing this movement. And again, I would do 10, maybe 2 sets of 10 if you're comfortable. And make sure you do the other side as well. I know I'm going through these kind of quickly just for the sake of time, but feel free to write them down or just pause the video if you want to go through them, and then count to yourself, pause it, and then continue to the next exercise. Let's see. Yep, that's it actually. Those are all the exercises for stretching and strengthening I have for today for knee pain. I hope that these exercises help you. Remember, nothing will. It's probably not going to alleviate it, overnight or the first time you do it or the first couple times. But keep at it. Go with your comfort level. But it is also important to be consistent. Maybe set a goal in the beginning for, let's say, twice a week. Do these exercises, then maybe increase it to 3 times a week. And see how you feel in maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. And please let me know if there's any other exercises that you're interested in. Let us know. Maybe we can do some like other videos specific to a certain area of discomfort or pain, or any particular area that people want to focus on. I'm happy to take suggestions. And be well, everyone. Thank you.